You started this fight, but with all of your might, you can't seem to finish the job. You didn't count on the folks who went out and started the first Irish mob. A martyr has soul, a passion and a goal, and the whole world will soon know your life. And in the end, you'll find out, my friend, that the Irish will always look you in the eye. Oh, Jockey, our love, that's what we say. A simple little song we sing every day. We won't stop believing, you won't see no fear in our eyes. Our day will come, there is no doubt. There's only one way we want you, and that way is out. Chucky, our lad, we love you, Erin Goldbrad. The innocent who paid day after day through the famine you caused in our land circled the globe so the truth sang or told would be one truth we'd all understand. Tables always turn and Rome surely burned, and your empire is gone now at last. Now how does it feel to have no friends who are real? Now it's your turn to live with your flag at half mast. Oh, Chucky, our lad, that's what we say. A simple little song we sing every day. We won't stop believing, you won't see no fear in our eyes. Our day will come, there is no doubt. There's only one way we want you, and that way is out.
Well, happy Sunday Funday to you. A little bit of technical issues going on there. Tiny bit of a potential DDoS, some deliveries at the door, a little bit of pizza, maybe a knock from law enforcement. I don't want to go into too many details, but it's been an interesting Sunday. So we're a little late, but we're still here. We're still here. I know it's 40 minutes late. It's awful, but we're ready to go. We are ready to go. Lots of exciting things coming up. Oh, let me mute this in the background. I've got the patriotic Chucky Our Law song playing back there. There we are. So I thought, when I was initially setting this stream up, there was quite a lot of shit to go over. It's been a hectic fucking week. There's been a lot of crazy shit going on. And I was going to do one singular stream, but I'm actually going to split it up into two. Do one today. I'm going to do one tomorrow. That actually is going to be where the Donga Super Berries art contest will be held tomorrow. I've got everybody's entry. Thank you all so much for sending them in. We will definitely go over them. We'll have the audience vote on them for the best one. And then, the winner's going to get $50 in a game or whatever form they want it to be in. But it would take too much time. So much crazy shit. It would take too much time. Yes, chat. Donga no like his Super Berry challenge, but there's been some fantastic fucking art that has been submitted. There's been, I need to stress this again. Oh, crap, it's gone. Well, never mind. I'm not stressing it. Can I stress this? Yeah, buy my hats. Buy my merchandise. I'm so sad. Oh, kick fund me, guys. Things are so sad right now. I need you to buy all the hats. You need to buy every hat that you can buy. So let me get you caught up on what's going on. There's been a lot. God, this is a lot of backstory. So I'll try to point out the key players of our little autistic drama, of our spurgy opera, as to what is going on the internet for about the past week. Now, some of you may be familiar with Andy Worski. Well, recently, Andy Worski ran into a bit of a situation. Now, some videos were released, some screen caps were released, claiming that Andy Worski was having sexual conversations with an underage girl. Now, Andy vehemently denied this. Now, that kind of came out of nowhere, and it was getting spread around by a couple of people, and well, I don't want to spoil too many things. We'll get into that, but that's our kind of our main opening. But today, what ends up happening, or I'm not even today, yesterday, what ends up happening is audio leaks get dropped because of course they do. If it's Kraut and there's a Discord, there are going to be audio leaks. He just can't help himself. He's inept. Trout in tears cannot help himself. If he is in a fucking Discord call, if he's in a Hangout call, if it's anything that's supposed to be hidden or kept confidential, it's going to go public eventually. He's just he's not a very smart boy. And Andy had some fun with those. And we're going to be listening to some key points because there's some things I want to point out as we're listening to this. Now, who would be in that call with our good buddy Kraut? Who would be sitting in that call talking about just all sorts of things? Well, there are the people that he knows, Black Knight, the wrong bishop, but there's some surprises. One of them would be Tonka Saw. The other would be V Monroe. That's weird. Why would Tonka Saw and V be in a call with Kraut? And whatever could they be talking about? Well, we're going to take a look at that. We're going to look at some very interesting things this evening. Start to draw some conclusions based on behavior, vectors of attack, just some interesting things that these people like to say. Now, I know I'm fucking really late, and I know there's some super chats, and I will not take a half an hour to read through them and break up the flow of this, but I will go through some of them. So I'm going to take 5 minutes and try to hit a few of these, and then we're going to jump into the audio. And we're going to just unfold this mystery of what happened to Andy Worski and why was Kraut in a Discord call or a Hangout call with Tonka Saw and V. From Kumpala, Jim, I think your live button is muted. Well, it's not muted anymore, but thank you. From Hot Pie, back when you were doing the Kumite, did you ever think Donga would become this fake and gay? No, I'm very surprised. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe somebody stuck a stick in one of the spokes on his fucking wheelchair wheels. And he's going in circles, getting really angry, smashing his fists on his fucking knees, demanding super berries. Vamp, where are my super berries? But she is long gone. That guy from that thing. I'm registered to vote as a Democrat. I'm not joking. Just a fun fact. Well, thank you for sharing. The substantial beard. Shout out to Sargon's wife for fulfilling his T-girl fantasies with a strap on. From Castizo. Bitcoin assassins got to Jim, rip stream canceled. 3 whole Bitcoins. Oh, we'll be going over that too because it actually relates back to what we're going to be discussing tonight. Xenophage Uprising. What are your thoughts on the Legend of the Galactic Heroes rebooted? I think it looks like shit. Well, I haven't really paid attention to it. This past 3 weeks have been so full of just nonstop spaghetti and autism that it's pretty much impossible to really pay attention to anything other than the trash fire on the internet, which is how it should be. It's been fantastic. From Johnny Joestar, Cast the Geiks, 1388. I see Johnny has found a clever way around the new Google filter. So fuck you, charity. You're not getting that $5. From A. Dan, rip Jim F. From Nick KCIN, late as usual, pirate scum, get off your toilet. From Kersloffer, probably pronounced that wrong, but I have no idea how to say that. Stop doing yoga with Jade. I wish. Spencer Kalos, the Jedi did the World Trade Center. Well, it's good to know they used the Force for something, I guess, more constructive than the dumb shit they usually do, which is lifting up stuff in the swamp. From Ninja Breadman, late due to offering sacrifices to Nyarlathotep. I know I butchered that as well. Neon Neurosis. Here's some of my shekels to aid you to add to your millions, Mr. O'Shaughnessy. What are some of your favorite movies? We don't really have time to go over that, but I like a lot of films, lots of films. What are some of my favorite movies? Well, I think my favorite movies are the ones that revolve around Rome, and I know I'm not alone here. Now, Ralph, he's a big fan of Rome himself. And I think he was telling me about this one new movie that came out where they had a black Caesar. And he went around just conquering all the poor little white boys, And every time he'd do it, it's really weird. Every time he'd do it, it's a feature film. I don't know why, but every time he would look at the camera, wink, and say, "You got blacked by Caesar." But that probably's up there. Sounds fantastic. Iverson Tucker, Jimbo, where you be at? Have some shekels and hurry up. Sebahil, Jim was sargonized. El- Ax Leon, Daddy doesn't even need to stream to get super chats. From Energy's X, what is your opinion on Sean King and Tariq Nasheed? Well, Sean King is a white man pretending to be black, and Tariq Nasheed is a troll pretending to be serious. From Quat Zaption, hello from Wisconsin. New Guardian, late gay and Irish. Message retracted. Somebody wanted their money back for how late I was. Vladimir M. Ivanovic, if you say don't give Jim $1, I'll give $2. From M, hey Jim, what are your thoughts on Keemstar? I thought he just made some shitty normal drama movies, or drama vids for kids, but noticed him a lot these past few months. Is he part of the cool kid club now? No, he's just all trying to get us to drink G Fuel. He swears by it. And he's really committed to that. All right, I'll read 2 more and we'll get into this. Shiva Darling, I stay up at 2 in the morning just to listen to you talk. You're just spitting the EU fags now. Unsubscribed. And Klaus Clavier, shut it down. The Goyim no. All right, let me get this video up and ready. I've got everything, a little timestamp set up. It should be fairly good. Where are we here? This is a very long video. This audio leak is 2.5 hours long. We're not going to listen to 2.5 hours of it, but I've timestamped all the really interesting bits.
It's all mostly just shit where you're tired, where Zeph.
Okay. All right, let's move that out of the way. Let's get everything set up here before we deep dive into this. Now, this is the conversation that's happening. It's a 2.5 hour long one. It's between, let me make sure I get their names right. Black Knight, Tonkasaw, The Wrong Bishop, Kraut, and El Rachi, which I'm sure I'm butchering as well. So we'll just start at the beginning. We're gonna listen through. We're gonna listen through some of the interesting things that these boys had to say. Now, I'm sure you've all been wondering, what's Kraut been up to? I mean, God, it's been a hectic, it's been a hectic 10 months for him ever since he left the internet in December. What has our boy been up to? Well, he gives us a little status update. He tells us a little bit about, how life is going, how things are going for him. Let's take a listen.
I got a fucking construction job.
Oh,
That's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm preparing real life shit.
are you doing like houses or doing roads and shit?
Right now, I'm pretty much moving bricks in a pond I'm building for someone.
Nice.
So Kraut got a job. Kraut got a job doing construction. And the kind of construction he's doing is, I'm sure, the type that Mundane Matt would really fucking appreciate. He's building ponds and shit for people, and then putting little miniature sacrificial boulders around them. Isn't that sweet? He's out there, hard day's work. The boulder mover, the pond digger. He's out there, lots of sweat. Holy shit. So, he's been doing good. He's been doing really good. Now, this call in particular is placed, I believe, sometime at the end of June or the beginning of July. And we're going to start to hear some really interesting things about the interactions between all these people, some of their opinions on the recent events that have been going on, and it's a bit revealing, I suppose. It's a little bit revealing. Now, I know some people are wondering, God, with Kraut, did he ever get Sargon to talk to him ever again? Has he been kept at an arm's distance? Well, he goes into that a little bit. Kraut wanted to make sure to apologize. He didn't want to wake up with a horse head in his bed. So let's take a listen to some of that audio.
Pretty much, I guess. I mean, that's the narrative with which they run in the end. But I have to point to one thing which is true. Like, I lied to Sargon. That's one thing I did. And I already went to Sargon and I broadcasted his conversation with me behind his back to other people. I was dishonest with him, and I already talked with him about it and had to apologize to him.
Did you do it because you didn't trust him, or you didn't trust? Like, what was it that you didn't trust that you did that with?
The explanation is partially ridiculous.
I'm gonna say this though. Zeph was whispering in your ear at the time, man.
I remember hearing that.
What we were doing were we had this thing where we were figuring out how to respond to JF, and we were discussing, should we make a response video to him or should we stream it? And in case of streaming, none of the biologists in the server wanted to.
Well, now wait a second, Chad. I'm seeing a lot of people saying something like Sargon knew. That's ridiculous. It's not like we're going to listen to audio in just a minute where they talk about, Sargon knowing things or being involved in things or even joining this particular call. I mean, that's not going to happen. But, Kraut wanted to man up. He wanted to apologize. He wanted to go forward and explain things. Now, this is kind of where we cut back a little bit to Andy Worski. Now, these Snapchats that were released showing him talking with an underage girl, he denied them. Now, the people that I guess initially got the information was Anal Vape and another person named Zoom. And they swore that they were real. They went on stream. They talked about them. Well, separate streams. Anal Vape went on one, and I believe Zoom went on another to talk about it. And said, yeah, no, they're real. But it turns out that Andy has a bit of bad blood with Anal Vape. And, one of the interesting things is when this information came out, certain people decided to jump right on it. They saw what was coming out. They saw the information. And they immediately started tweeting out, really hot takes. Like our main man here, Donga. Donga had some super hot fire fucking takes. Like this one. Please don't tell my friends. Please. As he's showing the logs to people. And there's a picture of Andy Worski in a candy van. Obviously implying that he's stalking children in some nefarious way. Other ones like this, just an average conversation about how it seems to depend on the child. And he wasn't the only one that did that. You saw people like Kraut tweeting about it. You saw people like Shitrat tweeting about it. Tommy C was tweeting about it. And they seem to, be like, oh my God, this is terrible. Look at what Andy Worski is doing. But it's really bizarre, right? Because the two people that were involved with the release of the information are apparently two people that they're familiar with. Tonka in particular had some things to say about both Anal Vape and Zoom. Let's see what his opinion on these people are. I believe it's at 23 mark. If you have a chance to ever see the audio, it's 23 minutes into the call. But let's see. Now, Tonka feels safe enough. He feels that the information is valid enough that he's going to totally throw it out there. So let's see what these people think of the people that released this information.
It's going to JF, approaching JF, and offering me this sleazy, disgusting deal. This, if you fuck over Sargon, we'll allow you back on YouTube. With Zoom. Like, I don't know much about Zoom, but besides that, people tell me to stay the fuck away from him.
Mm-hmm. No, he's a psycho. Very likely about to be in a penitentiary. Yeah, you should probably stay away from him.
Or in prison.
Yeah. So, Zoom is a psychopath, apparently, according to Tonka-saw. And, what is Tonka's take on Anal Vape? That was the person that initially had the information and released it. Well, let's take a look.
Like, they have tried to paint everyone and their mother as everything in the world, and they haven't been able to do it. And all they've done is made sure that they are painted as, right, at this point, people think they're pedos, people think they're doxers, people think nothing but the worst things about somebody as weak as Anal Vape. And here's the worst part. His dumb ass has attached his face and actual name to it, because he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking moron. You're going to grow up known as Anal Vape. Your claim to fame is going to be your fucking weird pedophile talk you had. Good job.
Not really holding him in high regard. It's so bizarre to see, people discussing individuals like Anal Vape and Zoom and not having a high opinion of them, but being willing to use that information that they provide to take shots at fellow former co-hosts or people that they might be upset with. Now, I'm trying to think how to segue into this because there's just so much autism. But let's jump to 2740 on our audio leaks because they have more information regarding Anal Vape and Zoom that you can kind of get an idea of what Kraut and Tonka think of them.
Time the Ruin drama started going on, there's a server called the Bannered Mare, which is also stationed with Roach Red Scam, a couple Enemy Mafia guys. So I saw this server said, wait, Kraut doxing Discord? Let me click. Oh, wait, they have someone with Kraut's name and picture, Sargon's name and picture, V's name and picture, Baker Alaska's name and picture. Oh, wait, they got your fake information there, Tonka. Oh, wait, they got Joachim's potential information now in the server. Uncensored. Okay. They're doing some ops in this server, and I'm not going to be a part of it.
They're creating fake Kraut leaks.
Oh, and Zeph's most likely in that server as well.
They tried to. I know about that. All right. I try not to fucking bury him, but I wouldn't buckle and do any of the shit that these people wanted because I didn't care about any of the shit. And Failure and Andy buckled to pressure. And when they did, they went for a meeting with Zoom and King of Pole and all these people in the Bannered Mayor server.
Apparently, the Bannered Mayor server is where King of Pole hangs out to look for those hot outlines. But it appears that both Kraut and Tonkasaw are very wary of the anime mafia, of Anal Vape, and of Zoom. They don't trust them. And yet they're willing to take the information that they're given by those people and use it to blast people like, people like Andy. Even though Andy vehemently denies that that's even a real thing. And this isn't like a one-off kind of, behavior for this group of people. They do this quite often, or at least according to what they have to say for themselves. But there's so many side characters involved in this. And that really was one of the difficulties, was trying to go through all this shit and and try to put it together in a cohesive way. Now, before I did this stream, because this call was leaked by a person called Elrachi, one of the people in the call itself. Before I came on stream, somebody by the name of The Guardian came forward and said, oh, well, hey, there's some information. This guy might be making this up. Well, these people talk about The Guardian. Let's listen to what they have to say about, The Guardian. What's their opinion on our detective squirrel? I'm sure it'll be enlightening.
Video, how stupid this conspiracy theory is, and sure, like, yeah, look here, you can even very easily find a guy on the internet who can prove that all of this was real. And Edgy knew this because he had the leaks. The Guardian knew this because he had the leaks. They both knew that Mycroft was basically in my server to tell the story of his grandfather. That was it. That was literally all that Mycroft was in the server for. But Edgy went on a stream and claimed that Mycroft was the guy gathering all the doxes of old writers. That's how much they lied. They literally smeared a fucking World War II veteran.
Why?
That's the extent to which they went.
Okay, why would the Guardian go that route? Because I know that guy is like all kinds of very.
It's mystery to me. Guardian is still a mystery to me.
Him flipping on you is still a mystery. Like, you don't know why that happened.
I have a theory. He's trying to cover his ass because he's the reason why the Coach Ripple stuff got on Kiwi Farms.
Yeah, he is but it's a little more of that.
He admitted that, though. I know he admitted that shit.
He could control King of Pole. He couldn't. But the problem with the Guardian, he fucked up when it came to Kraut's address. He fucked up with the narrative being spun because he didn't have control over it. If he had control over these retarded hound dogs about he's an evil doxer, it wouldn't have been this crazy. It just went overblown.
So the Guardian was trying to cover his ass. Now, if you remember back to the Kraut and T saga, when CRP's information was put up on Kiwi Farms, it was put up there by King of Pole. And King of Pole got it from the Guardian. And the Guardian seemingly gathered it from his own sources as well as from Kraut's server. So the information goes from Kraut to the Guardian to King of Pole, and then he gets put up on Kiwi Farms. Now that information's public. Because these people, they're not doxers, right? They don't dox anybody. They just wait for publicly available information so that they can use it later on and look good doing so. And so that hot tactic of passing it off and getting it put up on Kiwi Farms to then be able to say, oh, look, it's already publicly available. We haven't done anything, and now we can use it. That seems to be something the Guardian was involved in. And they can't really figure him out, I guess. They're not as trusting. Jesus. There's so many timestamps. There's so much shit to go through. And I want to try to keep it as on topic as I can. I mean, I'll list off a few of these for you. One of the things you're going to find out about why Kraut seems to be so angry at Edgy Sphinx is he blames him for being doxxed. Now, when you compare that to statements that Kraut makes within this audio, he complains that Edgy, basically doxed him. Braving Ruin doxed him. But then he goes on to say that he's talking to journalists who want to do stories on Braving. They're gonna interview him. They're going to put a story out because they think it's funny. That's actually a quote we'll get to later on. Kraut said the journalists thought it would be funny to do it, and so that's why they're going to do it. So it's this weird parallel where Kraut seems to be angry and complaining, saying that Braving doxed him, but it doesn't see the big deal of why this journalist might want to fuck with Braving Ruin in the same kind of manner, I suppose. Jesus. Here we go. Now, another thing you should know about the Kraut server, when all the whole saga was going on, was that one of the people he had along with him was Zeph. Now, Kraut likes to try to throw the blame off entirely onto Zeph and say that Zeph was like some kind of a bad apple. He got in there and he ruined the whole bunch. Kraut was completely innocent. He doesn't know who the fuck is this Zeph guy. So they talk a little bit about that. They speculate a little bit about Zeph and some of Zeph's activities. So let's try to get a hot take on that and see what Kraut has to say about his former associate now.
Swatting him. They called the school of his
Yeah,
daughter
yeah,
and
it's
tried
called-
to fuck around with his daughter.
Yeah, got it.
No. Remember the thing that came out? Sent allegedly, because with JS being involved in this, he could have overblown it. Zeph took credit in JS DMs about calling the Scarborough Spa, whatever
Yeah,
you're
there
supposed
you go.
to speak at. Yeah, he called in and just said he's a far left terrorist, gonna bomb the place and, for the alt-right and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's in that server that where I was trying to link you.
Yeah, I give you the Discord link and that.
All of it.
All right, I'll pop through there.
There's a lot of stuff in there, man.
There'll be a lot of stuff to read here. Hold on.
No, it's like no joke when I'm saying like you're not getting through it all. Like you could like now when they're talking, it ain't happening, man.
He's also very moronic in his braggadocious ways. Like he claimed that he's working with Metokur to fuck over Sargon. I
Yeah.
don't believe it. But the
Right.
one thing is he claimed to be working with JF. And I was just scratching my head in disbelief. But then JF literally 5 minutes after he sent me that DMs me. And we have those DMs recorded. So yeah, Zeph, at the very least, Zoom is working with JF now.
Yeah, we can confirm that through JF's own word that Zoom is
Yeah.
working with JF to
Yeah.
take down Saga.
Yeah.
So here we have it. A former associate of Kraut and T, Zeph, now apparently on the out and outs because he's fucking with Sargon. He's doing things to Sargon. And they've all gotten together, apparently, according to these people, to work with JF. JF is working, I guess, allegedly with Zoom. JF is allegedly working with Zeph. And that's a big deal. Some of the ridiculous shit you're gonna hear, like it's mind blowing. In fact, let's get to a portion of it because this actually kind of ties into what happened last night on the Ralph Retort. Let me pull this one up. Prepare to be amazed by the absolute sheer fucking stupidity of the things that you're about to hear. It's really fucking stunning.
This, and he burned it all to the ground.
Angrily. For not very, very much anything in return. He fucked it.
El Ariachi, how much of the stuff that we discussed can we talk about here?
Okay, so far you're 1 out of 12 of my name, so that's pretty good.
Oh,
Uh, if you're talking about the NSA thing, I immediately
No,
told Tom-
not the
I
NSA.
immediately told
He
Tom
shouldn't know
about
that.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
No, I mean,
No. Don't bring up the NSA thing. No. Whatever you do, don't let our secret NSA conversation out to Tonka-sa. Oh, please. No.
no, I immediately told you that. I immediately told Tonka that.
He shouldn't.
No, I had
told us
to tell him
forget
that because there's more to it. Like I had to tell him that because
Okay.
he actually knows who I am. He knows more about me
Okay,
than
yeah,
you guys.
Tonka. We
So that was
basically found out that the alt-rights are the guy in the NSA who gathered private data on people who oppose the alt-right.
Let that sink in for a second. Crowd is claiming that they found out that the alt-right has NSA agents running ops for them. So how do you how do you compare that? Here's crowd in a Discord with a bunch of YouTube intellectuals trying to do gay ops with one another to take down those dirty alt-righters. And then he comes across information that the National Security Agency, the NSA, has sent in agents to work with the alt-right to take down his obnoxious videos. Oh, Jesus Christ. And it's like, this is a thing that they're very serious about. Let's listen to some more.
Huh.
But you remember I was telling you about that guy, that thing I was telling you about, the trying to trigger him, the guy that I knew. That's what I meant to talk. That I was so enraged about. Like I actually knew.
And Ian is the one who gave that info. That's the when Spell made that video about Ian gave me the docs. That's the information Ian gave to him.
I still get angry when I think about that because I think that Ian took advantage of spying.
Ian
on
wanted
us.
us to get fucked. Ian
Yeah.
wanted us to get fucked. He set up a trap for us because he expected us to go public with that and go like, "Wow, we found this NSA guy in the alt-right." You know.
So what is Kraut talking about? Okay, so they found an NSA agent in the alt-right. And apparently, Ian Miles Chung, journalist, video game journalist, sent them that information. And he sent it to David Shitrat. And David Shitrat gets this information and says, I'm not going to use it. But apparently Shitrat passed it along to everybody in the Discord group because they are now convinced an NSA agent is coming after them. Now, Ian was on yesterday on the Ralph Report. He was on the Kill stream. And during that conversation, this got brought up. The individual that was the accused NSA agent working for the alt-right had a conversation. He's like, why did you do that? Why'd you send my docs to David Shitrat? Why did Kraut and them know about this? Like, can you explain that to me? And, over the course of about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, Ian eventually says, the information was sent to me. The information was sent to me by a confidential source. And he didn't want to out that source. It was part of his integrity, he said. He didn't want to give the source away. But after a little bit of convincing, after he had talked to people and, heard their side of it, because it wasn't related to any story that he was running at the time, he came out and he just said, okay, the person that sent me the information on the NSA agent working for the alt-right was none other than somebody by the name of Mombot, I guess a prolific gamergator on Twitter. And the information he shared when he showed his DMs with this person about our special little NSA agent was pretty fucking in-depth when you're talking about, kind of a background information. Had about 10 different addresses listed, previous residents, links to resumes, junior high school photos, information on parents, the full name, the birth date, where they worked previously. And they were very insistent that Ian needed to pass this information along to other people because it would look bad. It wouldn't be the best idea for him to write it. He should give it to somebody else so that they can write it. So there's more separation. So here's all the docs of this guy. I want you to give it to somebody else so they can use it. So Ian decides, okay, I'll send it over to David Shitrat. So David Shitrat gets the information, and then he tells Kraut about it. And now Kraut and his group are convinced that the National Security Agency is out to get them. The internet is special sometimes. The shit that happens on the internet is magical, really. You can't make something like that up. It's like a Tom Clancy novel. It's like there's more to it too.
Who
fucking
No, Ian's the
Ian
one
Mas
that
Chung.
had it. Yeah, I was talking to him
Mr.
about it
Jing
after
Chang
the
Chung.
I was talking to him after the stream today. He was telling me that he knew who he was. He knew that he was dangerous. And I forget something else, but I don't know too much about. I just know that
So there's a dangerous NSA alt-right guy in the mix of all this.
he's actually a Nazi. I actually know. I've met him twice. I actually know.
He's a Nazi.
That's why. Yeah, he's an actual Nazi. So that's the guy that when I talk.
The typical NSA agent, the guy with the swastika tattoos on his face. You just walk into work one day. How you doing, Bob? Well, shit, John. I love working at the NSA, and there's nothing I love doing more during my shift at the NSA than showing off my proud National Socialist tattoos. Do you see the lightning bolts? Do you see the swastikas? Welcome to the NSA. I am an actual Nazi. Let's go fuck with Crown T.
I was like so livid and like worried, like scared, like because I knew who he was, and the fact that they were coming that close to triggering him to go off had me actually contact like we need to talk, and I was so emotional that night. I was telling you about because that guy, like I knew who he was. I'm like that was fucking dangerous. Like that could have actually started a mass murder. Like he wasn't going to if as soon as he was exposed, he knew that he wasn't going to fall asleep that day.
The neo-Nazi, no, not neo-Nazi, the actual Nazi NSA agent was going to commit mass murder once he was exposed. Once he was exposed by Mombot and Ian Miles Jong.
Going to try after he leaked as much information as he could to destroy the lives of the people involved as he could, like through releasing their information. Would have taken a rifle and he probably would have started shooting as many Jews. Let's put that way, as many Jews as he could possibly find until he was put down. We all know this, but he's brilliant. That's why he's at Google and stuff now. He can be used. And he's.
Oh yeah, did you catch that bit? Our Nazi mass murdering NSA agent also works at Google. It's a day, it's like a day job. The NSA doesn't pay very well. Like you can barely take care of rent. Sometimes you've got to get like gas station meat because you can't get the fancy kind from the grocery store. So he got a job at Google to supplement his income. Guarding the nation and keeping it safe. And then working at Google for pocket change.
Still being used. Him and his two friends.
But the thing I wanted to ask about was more Warski related, if we can talk about that.
If you wish, like it. It's fine.
Okay, just Tonka, you might not like this, but if I can, like, I used to fucking hate Warski for jumping on this train and making everything so much worse for me. Mm-hmm. But I have to, in all honesty, say, if I come back to YouTube, I think we should go public with what is bothering Warski.
Oh boy. I think I know where this is going. Kraut wants to go public with what's bothering Warski. Let's find out what his plan is in regards to our little Andy.
And try to get a pity train. Well, my suggestion would be start a Kickstarter to get him into a rehab clinic.
Oh, shit.
Because to be frank, if I had the choice between burning Warski to the ground for helping burn me or getting the old Warski back, I would rather have the old Warski back.
I think he would commit suicide if that went public.
Oops. If that went public, he might kill himself. Oopsie. Well, he did play this audio on his own stream, so I don't think that's anything to be concerned about. When I heard him play it, he was laughing pretty fucking hard.
If he would like back channels, that'd be a little different. But right now, if it were like really public, I'm pretty sure he would.
Yeah,
he would
I
snap
think
and
we should
kill himself.
respect his privacy.
Yeah, if you saw his
you know what
cleaning
happened?
stream,
Yeah, do you know what happened? Like, did Rariachi fill you in on everything that happened with the way that the stream ended?
Just
okay. Here's the details. There's just just enough to where you can kind of get where he's at.
Now, I'm trying to give you key points in the conversation. We're going to get into the really interesting stuff now is starting to come up. We talked a little bit about anal vape and Zoom, and nobody in this call particularly likes them. They think, Tonka said he thinks that Zoom is a psychopath, doesn't believe anal vape is trustworthy, and talks about them basically having a server where they run their own ops. Now, they've got a little bit more to say about Zoom, so let's listen into this.
It's a mess. Rariachi, it's a mess.
yes.
But Sinead saw this stuff, or it's not Sinead, but Andy saw this stuff happening, and they start going in on Sinead. I shit you not, Andy and Failure go to Billy the Fridge. I don't know if you know him.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Billy the Fridge arranges a peace treaty between Andy and Failure and them because I will have none of it.
Does this sound like a fucking episode of The Sopranos to you? He goes to Billy the Fridge, and Billy the Fridge says, I'll let you talk to our capo. We'll arrange a peace treaty at the strip club with you and Tony.
I can
I'm
tell you
just not
what,
interested.
with what we've found on Zoom and Co., I believe we actually have enough stuff to get these people locked up.
There's definitely enough to get him locked up. I have a audio recording of the motherfuckers like saying
Swatting
I
someone.
swatted this guy. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I have the actual 911 calls.
Yeah, that's in the Discord. Yeah, he put that in there. The actual 911 call from Zoom.
Oh, they're big and brave, aren't they? Like they were just saying it freely in
No,
there.
no, just fucking idiots. He recorded himself doing the 911 call because he thought he could brag with that. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It's the uncensored one with Seth Wallace's name in it too. Let's see what score.
So I think we can put an end to this bullshit once and for all.
Well, could put it into Zoom, but here's the thing: Zeph is
a roach. He's just a roach.
He's kind of a roach, but he's a dangerous roach, and he will have a vendetta against you. You know this. He will just find another one. He'll find.
He already has a vendetta against me. I've been living with his vendetta for 6 months.
6 whole months. All right, I'm going to take a small break and read a few super chats here. Get a little bit caught up on that. Then we're going to get into the fun portion of the audio. We've just been getting a little background information, minor stuff, their opinions on The Guardian, on Zeph, on Zoom, on Anal Vape, what they know of them, that sort of thing. But we're going to get into the fun stuff now. So let me read through a few of these, and then we'll proceed along with it. Again, these are from a little while earlier, so they're probably going to all be asking, where the fuck are you? From Jackson Hawker, if you relocate from under the lake, this might help. It's great down here in Antarctica, just saying. From Justice Barnes, late like stepdad. What does this mean? From the Orange Cow, you should do an art contest for Soygon, and the reward should be an Applebee's gift card. You know what? I like that suggestion. We will finish up the Donga Superberries Art Challenge on Monday, but for next Sunday Funday, when we finally get around to David Shitrat and he has no more people he can throw in front of the bus, we will have an art contest for our waiter at Applebee's. So let's see, what situation can we imagine him in? We had Donga dancing around a magical fireplace and collecting those delicious superberries. Should we have a very perturbed Applebee's waiter running from table to table, unable to fulfill an order? I'm not sure. Send your best interpretation of a day shift at Applebee's for our waiter for next Sunday Funday, and that will be the contest. We'll do it like we're going to do with the Donga Superberries one, but I'll take your suggestion, the Orange Cow. Alexander Grow Hamilton. They called SWAT that Jade was torturing their dog. Bets on whether they still killed it during the breach. Scampers. Niger Jew 42. Again, everybody has to get clever with the super chats because Google is not allowing them to say the things that they want to say anymore. Ryan A. Please start using Streamlabs since Google censors this now. I don't want to start using Streamlabs. It's just one more fucking thing to plug in. Mr. David Nemo. Pray for downfalls. Bright Root. Breaking news. Jim found dead in home. Cheap Suit found his calling card. Investigation in progress. Suspect is believed to be a waiter at his local Applebee's. Solvis. Skywalker is sunset at Jim. Press F for respect. Fatty of Furniture. Jim's not coming. NPC 8675309. People acting like they got other shit to do. Titus Press F. Jim, could I interest you in voicing a cameo for a story I've written regarding the Skeptic's Menace? It's for my show Tales from the Trough. Please DM me if you're interested. Much love, Titus. Maybe if I've got the time. I've got a backlog of stuff to do, but I'll try to hit you up. From Nick Kissian, or Nick Kyson. Baba Booey, Lepshin. Rocket Insano, so much fucking money. Lennon McCarthy, late from the potato famine. Pro-truth anti-media, nice sarganisms, you late fabbit. Quackles, only Metokur can be this late and still have 11,000 people waiting for him. Bravo, Suitless Snake. Well, thank you very much. R. Spice, I think Sargon got Jim's dog flashbanged. At least I and Miles Chung will have something to eat tomorrow. Ooh, harsh but true. Colin Stevens, wheelchair intro, please. Sammers Jammers, the Sweetie Squad will rise up. Love your work, Jim. Low Budget Productions, Boomer late, Boomer no get Superberry. Mike Sagara, maybe this could start soon? Again, I apologize for the delay. A few things came up, but hey, that's the fun of the internet. And today is Sunday Funday. From Sritrio, Jim's late because he had to tard wrangle Tonkasan and get his helmet back on. It's a difficult fucking thing to do. Wexley Yarway is it's what PewDiePie's chair costs. Only $4. Amazing. Drectonus, an Irishman, a skeptic, and a wrestler walk into a bar. On second thoughts. Yeah, your second thoughts should be an Irishman and a skeptic walk into a bar, followed behind by a squeaky wheelchair wrestler, looking longingly at the men who have functioning legs. From M. Murray, start the show. Isaac Frost, lots of butthurt skeptics in here. Keep up the good work, Jimbo. Read 3 more and we'll get back to the good stuff. Nero 719, the SWAT team didn't read his note. $50,000 down the drain. Jim is probably talking to Josh about his docs, and that's the holdup. That or he's fingering Jade. Finally, Major Tom. Hop off the sweet and sour sauce, puss and stream. Well, there you go. Now, before we get into the majority of what we're going to be looking at, I want to give you a bit of a refresher course on what we learned from Kraut and T during his little gay Discord ops. Kraut and T had a server where he gathered information to target people in the alt-right. They had something called basically a hit list, a target list. They later changed that because it looked bad when people saw it in the leaks. Now, they claimed initially that they were just going to make scientific YouTube academic videos to refute the points of other people. But then, information started coming out that maybe it was a little more than that. Maybe there was some more shit going on, like CRP's information getting released. Now, one thing you may have noticed is that initially after the Kraut videos were released, Kraut basically flipped the fuck out and then he left the internet. But he came back. And when he came back, interestingly enough, a lot of people started to support him. He started going on different shows to talk about his opinion. He's not a doxer. Everything is wrong. They didn't do anything wrong in that server. There were no gay ops. He is an innocent boy who didn't do nothing. Our little Kraut, our little sauerkraut. He's just the guy trying to make it in the world. He's got a construction job. He builds ponds, goddammit. He doesn't have time to target those alt-righters. That's all bullshit. It's hearsay. And one of the people that Kraut was able to get it to go along with this, one of the people that changed their opinion on it, was Tonkasaw. Now, Tonkasaw had Kraut and, Kraut's associates on to talk about the situation and came to the conclusion that, you dumb goof, Kraut did nothing wrong. Everything's innocent. So it's really weird that we see them in a call together, especially a call that seemingly took place before Kraut ever appeared on a show. And I wonder what they're going to talk about in regards to Kraut and in regards to what Kraut did. Well, let's find out. Let's take a look at some more of this audio. Let's see, where did we leave off? Oh, they were talking about how terrible Zeph was. Another interesting fact is Kraut worked with Zeph. Zeph was a part of his server. So for him to say that Zeph is awful is a little bit bizarre because he had no qualms with working with him until the leaks happened. And then once that got exposed, then suddenly he didn't like Zeph anymore. But no, Zeph is this terrible swatter and doxer. He does all these horrible things. And I'm not disputing or endorsing. Zeph does whatever the fuck Zeph does. I don't know. But Kraut nonetheless chose to work with him. He was in that Discord with Kraut. And now Kraut is saying that, oh my God, look at all this horrible shit this guy's doing. He's targeting Sargon. He's doing stuff to the skeptics. It's awful. He's hanging out with Zoom and all these other people who are doing awful things. And it's no longer okay. Interesting. So we talked about them wanting to get Zoom arrested, claiming they had audio of him swatting people. But, we left off. I kind of left you off midway through that. It starts to get a little more interesting. Let's pick up the conversation and hear what they have to say.
All right, well, everything is upping the ante. Every one of these moves, the stakes keep getting higher. The players keep changing, shifting sides. I mean, it's going to do it again. You know that, right?
Did somebody in chat actually just say, that's guilt by association, Jim? Motherfucker, you realize Kraut brought this asshole into his server to do dirty shit, right? Like, are we going to pretend that wasn't a reality? Oh, now, Kraut's a good boy. Boy, you skeptics are stupid motherfuckers.
I'm not trying to discourage you from doing it. Like I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just.
You
like,
gotta get ready for it. You want to walk into a ring, you know that someone's gonna throw a punch. You got your hands up. Do you have your hands up? You know, what's
More or
going on?
less.
Yeah.
That's more or less what I was like. That's fucking all hell breaking loose, man. Again.
Well, we know for a fact, for example, that Sargon now wants to look into these people as well. And I think more and more people started realizing over time what these people are. And that's
Sargon wanted to talk to me at 3:00 today.
Really now? Because, Sargon went on Tonkasa's stream on the Morning Kumite back in March, but this conversation we're hearing right now took place in June or July. But Sargon wanted to contact you, huh, Tonka? And Sargon wants to start looking into people. Well, interesting. Let's hear where this goes.
But my Twitter, excuse me, my Twitter got a fucking report on it, and I had to prove I was me or some shit. I ended up fixing that shit. By the way, I'm sick as fuck. But
Stop eating old Chinese food. Come on, man.
oh, come on. But yeah, I was supposed to meet with Sargon, but somebody reported my account today, and like it logged me out of Twitter on my phone, so I couldn't get back into it in order to like talk to V about it. And then all this shit happens, and like Sargon wanted to talk to me today before it, and then somebody said like he put out a thing where he thinks like blood sports people are doing it. It's like I bet like Sargon thinks that more than likely I would have had something to do with it. I'm not that guy, and when those guys came around, I wouldn't have anything to do with that. I'm worried how much Andy can be talked into doing, and how much money they'll talk Andy into giving them to do dumb shit.
So Sargon's interested in looking into them. I wanted to talk to Takasa. And thinks the blood sports people are involved in some things. Huh, interesting. Are there any follow-up to that? I don't know. Let's see if we can find some follow-up to that particular statement.
You because he thinks you might know more about the anime mafia.
And 3 p.m. like right as we're ending the show, Sargon was wanting to talk to me then. V was sending me messages.
Yeah.
My fucking shit gets reported. So like I'm trying to log back in, like, and then I get the fucking pop-up where it's, oh, do you want
We told Sargon, by the way. That might be why he wants to talk to you. We told him that Zeph and co were colluding to take him down.
Does he think that I'm doing it?
I think he might want to talk to you because he thinks you might know more about the anime mafia.
JF, put your name in that doc. You like that?
Oh, that's really weird, isn't it? I mean, here's Kraut, he told Sargon, and Sargon's interested in looking into things. They seem to have some open communication with each other, but I could have sworn, didn't Sargon denounce Kraut? Didn't he put out a recording saying that you're doing immoral, unjust things, that you're acting like the SJWs, that it's just too much, it's too far, you've gone too far. But now here we've got, private conversation with Tankasa and Kraut, talking about what Sargon's interested in, and maybe bringing him on to talk about it, and bringing V on to talk about it. Interesting. Gets the what was it? The acorns rumbling as they get thrown at your eyes.
Not docs, but the DMs that he releases up to. Your name is right there with like Zoom saying like, yeah, I just want to fuck with him, and I want to fuck with Sargon the same way I fuck with Tonka. Like now you're just like you're suddenly in that same sort of group of people that.
Here's the thing with Zoom. Like Zoom didn't like everybody says Zoom fucked with me. Zoom didn't necessarily fuck with me that hard.
Yeah.
Because whenever he started trying to, I was just like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because like, all right, like his thing is, all right, here's some wrestling footage. He never wrestled. He never had a wrestling promotion, but he sold his wrestling promotion.
Tonka's going over information basically related to what came up in the IBS Apocalypse stream, which not really the most entertaining thing in the world. But we do got something entertaining coming up. I think you're gonna like this. Let me see here where we go. All right, I think it should.
I don't know. This isn't name. This is the blonde girl. Like she's cute. I don't know who she is. She's cute. I saw the split in the audio thing. I just got past that. That's fucking, isn't that glorious? God damn it.
Yeah, we know that Zeph did that.
Oh Jesus! Hold on. Hold up. Let me see if I can. Is this the right computer? I have like 4 or 5 computers. Yeah, this one has it. Let me where's my screen gimmick here? Yeah, it still pops up. Okay. Here, I'm gonna trust that guy everybody says that I should never fucking talk to. This is a great plan. All right, so this is the folder that was given to me by Thomas Ellington.
And for those of you curious what that folder looks like, let me pull it up for you. This is the folder that he's talking about. You may notice a few things, a few things in there. It's amazing how many people have a gym folder on their fucking desktop, but apparently Thomas Ellington does, and so does Tonkasaw. It's so weird. It's so weird that he does. I wonder if that ties into anybody else. Let's find out.
Lots of goodies in here.
Let's see.
Now, do any of these pique interest? Like, I'll show them all. I don't give a fuck. Like, do any of these things here pique any interest on anybody?
Exposing fags, fake Tonka, King of Pool Zoom, Kuwaffen, no pedophilia.
Oh, hold on. I thought you meant to click it. You were just reading over. Give me a second. Okay.
I'm just reading over here.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff's on Kiwi, actually, because he linked the Dropbox.
Which one did?
Let's look at Tui for one, because he's back at it again too.
Tui back.
Yeah, he's back.
All right.
Oh shit, that was on Kiwi.
That one was.
Yeah.
Seen through this, Black Knight?
Yeah, it's on King of Poles, because right when he threw King of Pole under the bus. Hell, even the Guardians DMs with Thomas Ellington came out on Kiwi Farms.
Huh.
With him twisting his fucking arm to do thine bidding.
The Guardian was making Thomas. What was he making him do? I
It was-
never look at these boards. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Believe me, you'll save yourself some fucking brain cells. Like, I'm mad about what we had to do for 3 months. So what happened was the Guardian was like, just clear up all the information, look into it more in order to protect King of Pole. And also he said, King of Pole didn't do nothing. I'm sure he didn't do nothing. That's what he did to him.
Huh.
Yeah. It's there. Oh, that's there.
Okay, so these are all the ones that were on like Kiwi Farms. This is Thomas Ellington's.
He had a Dropbox of the stuff when he made that video.
Like, this is the stuff that he gave to me, and then,
So I think it's important to interject here because some interesting information came out from the Oofcast 2 days ago and last night on the Kill stream. Now, Tonka's saying Thomas Ellington gave him this folder. And in that folder, we can clearly see a Metokur, a gym folder. Let me see if I can get the time code right on this. Because Thomas Ellington decided to come on last night on the Kill stream. And we had a little conversation about some of the things that Mr. Ellington has been up to. Let me pull this up. Just give me a second to cue it up.
Mr. Metokur, Ethan Ralph, JF, Adam Race Worski, and Dame Pesos versus Sargon Donga, Monday, Matt Kraut, and Carol the Wolf. I don't give a fuck what happens on Sunday.
He told me it was because.
And he was like, whatever, it's the same thing. I'll sell it.
Yo,
Bear with me,
shit.
folks.
Okay,
Pulling
what's
it
your
up.
story? Come on, spit it out.
Oh, you missed that one too, huh? Yeah, V and Boogie had an argument.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's a, what do you call him?
Okay. I will find the time code for this, but I'll speed it up a little bit because I don't want things to drag too long. Essentially, Thomas went on to a stream on his Oofcast with his co-host and said, people are sending me Jim's docs, and they're doing a more thorough background than Kiwi Farms did. That he wanted to expand on it, mention shit like credit reports. So it's really weird that Thomas Ellington would be this interested in getting more docs information about little old me. And at the same time, we see previously was sending out folders to people like Tonkasaw with a little Jim folder in there. What have you been up to, Mr. Ellington? What exactly is going on the Oofcast? It's making me a little confused. Boomer Jim, yeah, it's fucking with my head. Fucking with my head a little bit. Not sure what's going on there, but a little suspicious. That's right, chat. Jim's nudes. The nudes are in there. The fucking nudes are in there. That's what I have no idea. Yeah. I swear to God that's what he said. Something like credit reports, which I don't even know how he'd get, but that's what he was going for. He wanted a financial background check on top of the docs. All right. Sorry, I'm looking for the time code. I will return to it when I find it. Again, show got a little frazzled. A little bit of things came up, so we kind of threw the opening off a bit. Okay, fucked my momentum up a little bit, but we'll get into it. We'll get into the spin of it. If you remember, should I go to the alt-right leaks? Do you want to hear about alt-right leaks and who was behind that? Because apparently Crowd has no problem talking about it. He was convinced it was Mossad, and it seems he might have been close.
You know, I'm kind of like partially the reason why David Bruin took him back. Like he burned Strawman because he thought he was doxing, and somehow like someone added at me asking if like using an IP scraper was illegal, and I said no. Every website you go to like logs your IP. It's like a best clickbait, and that's why like Raven Druid like even retweeted me and like fucking reinstated Strawman back. It's one of my few online regrets.
The funniest thing was alt-right leaks. I don't know if you noticed that one.
I heard parts of it. It was a big deal for about 10 minutes, and then it all kind of went down.
No, this guy, everyone thought it was me making a return to YouTube. It wasn't me. It's a German dude. He has a weird accent. I spoke with him, who spent 1.5 years in Nazi servers uncovering their bullshit. He pretended to be a Nazi himself. He found them running hacking servers where they hack people's accounts and blogs and blah, blah, blah. But the guy is weird. He's not me. When I first saw him, I thought it was Mossad. But I think he's just an Israeli immigrant who lives in Germany. That's basically it.
So, all right. So they assumed that was you. So you caught a bunch of shit over that too.
I did, but I contacted him. I was fine with what he was doing, and he actually did me a great favor by looking into my thing and uncovering shit that we didn't know about.
Crowd,
Like
go and tell him. I'm gonna make fun of you for it. Tell him.
The scientist, which JF sent into my server to spy on me, turned out not to be a scientist, but just some alt-right shithead who was sent in there to fuck with me.
So far in Kraut's magical world, we've got Nazi NSA agents that work for Google that are targeting YouTubers that make fun of the alt-right. And now we've got Israeli Nazis who are members of Mossad that are giving him information so he can flush out double agents in his super secret gay Discord ops. It's a hell of a fairy tale to be living.
His title in his server, what he studied, what he was over, was biomedicinist.
Black Knight is a biologist. He knows that that's not a thing. I don't.
Biomedicinist. You mean pharmacist? You said pharmacist. Okay. Biochemist. Okay. No. Biomedicinist. I would have fucking hit the band hammer on him immediately.
Look, people fall all the time for this shit. I had Metokur falling for my virtual cattle wrestling thing.
Okay, that's funny.
I've been trolled. I've been trolled by Bishop here. Let's hear his hot take.
And I intentionally made it the most ridiculous, like legal jargon bullshit I could ever make, and they somehow still fell for it.
Hannaford's Law.
I love that. That was great, though. I love that. I do.
It also shows how paranoid Edgy is. Because Braving Ruin. I keep calling him Edgy because I know him from 2 years ago.
It used to be his other name. I didn't know all this.
Yeah, I'm talking to a lawyer right now, because I live with my parents, as you can notice. The reason is my apartment was flooded to about a month ago.
Living with mom and dad, building ponds out in the wilderness, fighting against Nazi NSA agents, and helping out Mossad to fucking root out the bad people in your server. What a fucking blessed life. What a special, blessed, magical fairy tale existence. Let's jump ahead. What is the next? Oh, here we go. 134 on the leaked audio.
Because I mean, the DMs, like they're not. I didn't give them everything, of course, but they're intentionally acting like they didn't get anything yet. They're waiting. They're waiting for permission, like to really go public. But because the flagging is like hurting them economically, that's why I send that to them. They're waiting.
Everyone who dug up the shit against me 6 months ago, everyone who, like, I'm not necessarily talking about everyone who jumped on the bandwagon, but everyone who started this bullshit turned out to be a complete sack of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Provable. A complete lying, repugnant, disgusting, vile, on occasion even a fucking child molesting sack of shit.
I get, I'm not a you lying pedophile. I'm like, I'm not a liar.
Yeah, Zoom. That's Zoom, yeah.
No, but Carl, like I said, like nuclear option, just because I'm only concerned with these people at this point is they're going to do this to other people. That's my only concern. And you rather get that out to more people, like anonymously start leaking that shit, and just have people run with it because they'll run with it. This all this stuff's too good. So many people will.
We will be working on a video, but before I publish it, I'm going to show it around to people. Like, if I'm going to make this public in the video, it has to be a great video. And I guess we can all agree on that.
No, it's got to be good. I don't even know if you should be the one. I think like you should make it with all of your information. I'm not saying that, but you give it to, like, if Sargon will fucking go. I don't know.
I think people want to hear his voice because they want to know that he's his best advocate. At some point in time,
you're not saying, not to have like your voice, not that, but like get it out. You got to get it out loud. If shit doesn't get said loud, it gets buried with all the rest of the stuff.
Should we start okay, I'm going to say it for us. Should we start a slow burn on the show where we start talking about this information but not fully releasing it?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Ooh. You should just do that just because it would scare Braving Ruin, and I would love to see that monkey scared.
Oh, he wants to scare that little monkey. Oh, Kraut, you reminded me of your forum post. Won't you get arrested in your home country for saying things like that? That's hate speech. What are you doing? All right, well, we've been streaming for an hour. Now we're getting up to the more exciting stuff. It's going to tie in. I promise you it will. It's going to tie in with other statements on other streams, and then a few surprise bits of information. But like I said, there's been a lot of crazy shit going on. I mean, even as I was getting prepared for this today, Joakim and JF started releasing information that they had. The Guardian jumped out there, started releasing information. People started releasing information about the Guardian. There's gay ops aplenty. There are leaks exploding all over the fucking place. So it's hard to kind of keep track of it all. But I want to give you an idea of how this conversation went and the relationship that you kind of see between these people, who's involved, and the sorts of things that they talk about. Now I'm going to take a small break and have a cigarette and watch warily from my window so that police helicopters don't surround the building. We'll say, let me put this up here. We'll do a 5-minute break. Go take a piss, go take a shit, grab some popcorn, get a drink, relax a little bit. And we'll pick up in 5 minutes and we'll get to the more juicy shit. And then I think you'll find it entertaining. I'll put on a nice little song in the background. Because who doesn't love a little musical ditty to go with it? Let's do 5-minute break. There we go. Now I don't have any more angry IRA songs that I can pull up for you. That was kind of it. I kind of spent my load with that one. But I can put on the hottest Blues Clues remix you've ever fucking heard in your life. All right, I'll be back in 5.
We gotta find. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue.
Okay. It said interruption. Shit, did the music get muted? I don't know, Chat. You're gonna have to tell me. That's a long 5 minutes? Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's awful. What am I doing? Grabbed another drink while I was away, watching the skies for helicopters. Oh, let's get... Where are we going to go with this? Okay, well, you know what? I think I'll jump into this. Let's start tying some things together. Now, where are you? Where are you, my little friend, Tommy C? You know, Tommy C is not a big fan of mine. If you've ever heard of him, probably not, because he has no fucking audience. But Tommy C likes to put out statements. He had a few choice words for me when he was drunk on his birthday stream with Tonka Saw. Interesting. Let's see what Tommy had to say when he was hanging out with Tonka Saw drunk.
Literally hiding from a verbal debate with Jimmy.
Keep ducking scares, you fat fucking pussy.
Hey,
he's getting. Jim is done. Jim is done. Jim is on his way out, dude. Jim is done. He's finished. It's over. Real soon.
That's all you got.
Metokur is over. Wow, God, Tommy, wow, that's such a hot take. I mean, where did you get such a hot take? Where would you hear something? Oh, you would have heard that in the Discord that you're hanging out in with Kraut and T. See that name on the bottom right-hand side there, that Tommy C? Oh, look who else is in there. Short Fat Otaku. Oh, and there's Kraut talking. Weird. That's kind of weird that they're all just chilling out together. I wonder, do they have an opinion on Tommy C? Or what does this group think of that brave individual? Let's see if we can find a hot take on what they think of good old Tommy. Where are we? Should be at 227, I believe.
Really well.
That was the weird thing that happened with Zoom. Where
He's a good guy. Like there's a lot of American soldiers who are stationed in Germany and who fuck German.
Find something on them, and for 2 weeks we tried to find.
Wait a minute, whose voice is that I hear? Oh, our little Romanian carrier pigeon has shown up. V has joined the call. Huh.
Something on them, and look how much info is coming.
Fucking. They can't even make their own ARC server. They're trying to get into his. They literally can't make their own ARC. It's fucking sad.
By the way, are you Geek Thulu? Because you have the same voice.
Me?
probably.
Yeah.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Oh, go on, you fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. I'm not afraid of Ouija. Ouija. That's Geek Thulu. Oh my god.
I only know him from Tommy C stream where like he just dropped the ball hard while calling on Tommy C.
Oh, by the way, you might not know this. I know from Tommy that you've been talking to Tommy. Like for weeks I've been knowing that because Tommy and I are really good friends.
Oh, me?
We know each other. Yeah.
Oh,
Tommy
well,
and I know each other really well.
that was the weird thing that happened with Zoom.
So there's Tommy C hanging out in Kraut's Discord server. And he, according to Kraut, is very good friends with Kraut. And also apparently very good friends with Tonka Saw because they've been talking for weeks. Tonka Saw even went on to his birthday stream. And then about a month before I get, doxxed, right around the time that my shit's getting flagged down, there's Tommy saying in a very drunken manner, Metokur's done for. Just you wait, Metokur's done for. And then there's Tonka in this call getting folders from Thomas Ellington, the same Thomas Ellington that said that he wanted more of my docs, that he actually had somebody send them to him, that person was looking for more detailed information to pass around. Huh, weird. It's weird. It gets the old noodle going, doesn't it?
Where
He's a good guy. Like there's a lot of American soldiers who are stationed in Germany and who fuck German broads and get them pregnant and then they go back to the US. He's one of the few who decide to stay here and take care of the kid. I have a lot of respect for that because he could have just fucked off back to New Jersey.
By the way, Joachim thinks that Kraut is responsible for a lot of the ops that are going on.
He's blaming Crow.
Yeah. I'm literally moving bricks. I have to go to work in 3 hours.
3 hours.
He's got to go dig those ponds. People need places to put their little miniature boulders in their front yard. Now, one of the things that Tonka and Kraut discussed during this call was one of their own gay ops. Would you like to hear Tonka's gay op attempt? Because you can't talk to Kraut and T without deciding that you're going to sit down and really plan out a gay op together. I mean, I think it's like custom. It's a tradition to do that. So let's hear what their gay op was.
If they don't answer you, if other people don't answer your call, and you're not getting what, they're not willing to help you for one reason or another, trying to keep whatever clear. I could, like, there is a way that we could do this, and an easy way. If you ever just showed up and were like in the chat and I said I would talk shit to you, and then you come on and I would keep being mean to you, and then you just say, look at this and look at this and look at this, and everybody would be there for the fight, because it would be me yelling at you. Nobody knows I'm talking to you.
We can do one gay op, and it would be this. I think
We're
owed a gay op.
Gay op.
We're owed one gay
to
op.
fuck the other ops that have annoyed the shit out of me.
That's what the ebook will be called, one gay op.
They call everything I do a fucking work. I'll show them a fucking work. I will work them all. I could work them all into their fucking seats. And then they're thinking I'm about to fucking go in on you and all this shit. And then you're like, well, look at this. Well, look at this. Listen to this.
Do you mind if I talk to Sargon first about all of this?
No, I'm telling you, talk to people who could do it better. And I will tell V the same thing. I would.
Yeah, that almost sounds like Kraut wants to go get Sargon's permission first before he acts on Tonka's brilliant gay op idea.
Tell Sargon the same thing, because I
we're
know
not
that
greedy
V is like.
Yeah, we're not trying to get money off you.
I'm not telling them that now. I'm waiting. Like, you can do what you're gonna do, but V will tell you I'm not gonna fuck you. That's not how I do things. It's not my MO.
Yeah, check around. Don't trust us because a lot of people are lying to you. Talk to other people. We don't fuck you. Well, that means people really don't know who I am, but if they tell
If
me
you have proof,
Yeah.
you have to trick people into wanting to see it.
Mm-hmm.
If they think that you're going to get shit on, and you're finally like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna go in there and talk to Tonka, and they're like, oh well, Tonka, he's had a bad go, so maybe Kraut thinks he can get it, and there's good Kraut and Tonka are about to go, and like sit in the chat for like a second, take a while to get there, let them all get there, make sure they're all sitting, and they come in, and don't be nice. Don't be nice.
There's this one thing.
Tell my dumbass to look at it. Go ahead.
Would you talk to the journalist who wants to write the piece on Braving Ruin?
Yeah, drag her ass on. Have her get ready for it. Like, we might be able to get you on the show today.
On the show?
So she was willing to go on the show. Yeah, fuck it. She was
It's a
willing to go
he.
on the show.
It's not a she. It's a he.
I don't know why I kept saying she, but then again,
The other journalist was a she.
Ah.
Those-
I'm going to use that excuse. I'm going to use that excuse. But yeah, he'll go on. But yeah.
Okay.
Let's burn it up. If you're going to burn it down,
Okay.
we will burn it down.
Okay, are you all right? Wait,
man.
all right, hold on. You can't. What is tomorrow? It's tomorrow Wednesday?
Nope.
Thursday.
Got it.
Oof. Okay, yeah, Thursday's always a spicy day. All right, so hold on. Again, I hate gay ops, but goddamn if we're not owed one.
Yeah,
You get one gay op. Just the one gay op. It's interesting Kraut wanted Tonka Saw to talk to the journalist. That's the same journalist, I guess, that's confirming docs or expanding on them, because if you listen to a statement later on in the call, it makes you wonder what exactly this journalist is doing when it comes to Braving Ruin and his information. It's one line in particular. Let's see if you guys can pick up on it. It's about 10 seconds after this, I believe. I want to make sure I got the right timestamp. Yep, should be right.
Andy's fucking.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Oh,
that
you're
is
gonna
Eagle?
see lots of those.
Andy is a
Is that the
puppet.
guy who used to be existential Eagle?
Braving Ruin is the minority.
Well, we have confirmation thanks to the journal that's not. He doesn't live in a rough neighborhood.
You see all right diversity
Yeah.
credit.
So what does that mean exactly, right? When Black Knight jumps in there and says, we have confirmation from our journalist that he does live in a rough neighborhood. Now, it's known that Crowd had access to Braving Ruin's personal information, but I don't know how far that extended. So, did this journalist, have their information? Why is a journalist who wants to write a story on Braving Ruin giving people in a Discord that are doing gay ops confirmation on the neighborhoods that he lives in? Why would they be sharing that? Strikes me as somewhat odd. About as odd as Sargon and V deciding that they want to join the call and being invited in by Kraut of all people. It's a little strange too.
It's gonna be the chat if we hold one of those streams, because whatever you can
Do you
say about
mind if I give the
DJs.
invite to Sargon and V?
Oh wow!
Here.
Oh,
This? Yeah, okay.
V just DM'd me with a couple of screen caps. Sargon just asked me what is JF's plan.
I gave it to them. I'm the one who handed that off. V, you fucking shithead. I said, don't say shit. Where the fuck? Get him in here so I can scream at him.
It's V. God damn it, he did the same.
Don't say shit. I'm telling Sargon. I'm telling Crowd. I'm telling you, motherfucker.
Come on, Nate.
Actually-
I'm only telling a few people, plus their friends.
I was just telling him that because I was like, tell Sargon not to say any more shit because they're gonna try to make a fool of him.
Oh, okay.
That's why I told him that.
yeah.
Like, you just kind of tell Sargon to not say shit. Don't show him anything because I don't know if Sargon showed. God damn, I need drink. I'll be right back. Not like I don't drink. I'm talking about Dr. fucking Pepper. Coffee.
All right, should we take bets whether or not Sargon even knows who I am, and if he does, can he pronounce the name?
So those are some selections from this. There is actually I'll save that for last. Let me save that one for last. Let me pull up a different stream because it actually has this clipped out for me. Make it a lot easier. Because V joins a conversation, they're having discussions about things, and he says something kind of interesting, a little off the cuff, but interesting nonetheless. So let me pull that up. And let's give it a listen. Give it a little listen and see what it has to say. Give me one moment. Okay. This would be when V was in the conversation with Crowd and all of them. Again, I just want you to remember, Crowd's been accused of doxing. He denies it, but I think that's retarded, to be honest with you. Thomas Ellington sending out information to Tonka Saw, and Thomas Ellington is talking about getting information about doxes. And then V, in this conversation with them, mentions this little gem. So let's give it a listen.
At this little corner that we got going.
Yeah, too bad. Here, I'll play some more, and then I'll send you the message.
This is from Andy's stream when they're going over it, but I have it timestamped on this.
I hate him because I think he's the only straight white guy in the entire alt-right YouTube
The excuse that they use is that he wanted to dox Zeph.
Sure.
That's the excuse that they use. Meanwhile, you see that Zeph does nothing but run around and dox people and hand it off to people.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, you know what? We need to bring back doxing hashtag. Like I'm
Did you
sick
get
and
this
tired. Like every time someone does it, it's like, oh, let's moralize it. Meanwhile, they got people like Zoom and Zeph doxing left and right, but you're not allowed to dox them.
Yeah. All right, hold on real quick. It says, I don't know if you have these, but
Oh, V is sick of moralizing about doxing. These guys are doxing people. Why can't we do the same thing? God, it seems everybody's opinion in this private conversation really runs different than what they say more publicly, doesn't it? V, what are you doing? Why would you say that? Bring back doxing. Okay. What a brilliant fucking statement, V. You just bring it back. Just take it on back. Okay. That's good. Now, some of you may remember I had a little theory about David Shitrat. Now, Wizard of Cause went on to Twitter, and when he was on Twitter, he got into an argument with David Shitrat. And during their argument, it came out from Wizard of Cause saying, David, the only reason this alt-right shit is going on, the only reason that server was set up, the only reason all of this happened is because basically an alt-right girl rejected you, who people speculate is Lauren Southern, and you're going on an internet war to get revenge for that. Now that's that's one guy saying that. Everybody believes that Kraut and T was the original person that set all this up. But I want to lay a little groundwork for what's coming up with our friend Shitrat, because Kraut's got a different take on it, and it kind of lines up, with Wizard of Cause. Let's give it a listen.
I'm sure that went fucking rough.
Yeah, I'll leave it alone because I don't want to. When it sends information like that.
Yeah, I'm letting him know I'm not talking to anybody. But if I go up here, he has. What do we got? He feels personally wronged by me. I remember one time a couple of Twitter accounts ago, Shitrat his. This idiot takes me seriously by people he shouldn't be referring to me. See, he has been on YouTube for like 5 years now, never cracked 15,000 subs, despite constantly kissing up to Sargon and bigger people. Long, get 25K in 9 months, my first channel, and when I came back, I got 16.
Who's he talking about? Who's this person that never cracked?
The rat here.
Shirat.
As Spino, he actually had a lot of subs.
Yeah, this is Spino again.
Yeah, a lot more subs than he had now.
I was just asking, how does it get like this, where like motherfuckers are trying to wreck?
I don't know why you recruit this Spino. Honestly, the guy is dumb as a brick, and he doesn't.
I didn't really recruit Spino. That's the funniest part. Like Spino kind of approached me.
By the way, everybody,
I didn't recruit David Shitrat to do the gay Discord ops. David Shitrat recruited me to do it. So that almost corroborates what Wizard of Cause was saying. That David Shitrat, because he got rejected by Lauren Southern, because David's not a big boy. He's got a little bit of autism. He tinkles himself and has to have mommy clean up after him. So I guess Lauren wasn't really turned on by that and didn't decide to take him up on the offer of a date. Because that happened, that heartbreak happened. David Shitrat decided to wage jihad against the alt-right and recruited our little Trout here, brought him into the fold. What I find really stunning is, over the last 3 to 4 weeks, every time I've tried to do a stream about David, something else has popped up that has distracted me from doing a stream about David. That's why we're splitting this into 2 parts, because David's going to be covered tomorrow. I don't know what kind of voodoo magic he's working, what kind of super autism that he has. But if he's out there recruiting Kraut, our genius strategist, it's not looking good. Little shit rat, little puddle pants, recruiting Kraut to do the dirty work. So I find it bizarre that you've got a group of people that are all gathered together, that seemingly are all friends with each other now, that are talking about doing gay ops with each other, talking about doing PR campaigns with each other, are sharing information with each other, hanging out in Discords with each other. And they all seem to have the same narrative when it comes to dealing with anybody they don't like. When the thing about Andy happened, even though they say they knew that it was the people from the anime mafia, even though they said they knew that it was people that couldn't be trusted, they took that information and all used the exact same smear to go after them. A smear that Andy is a pedophile. It's a smear I've heard before. When somebody called me a child groomer. It's almost like it's a new tactic, a new game plan to go forward with. Let's paint them as something atrocious to kill that fan base, to put them in a negative light so they can't recover from it. And we'll do it by any means necessary. Boy, that would sound like a crazy conspiracy theory, unless all these people happen to hang out together apparently and all talk strategy with each other about how to do gay ops with one another. Like, clearing up Kraut's name was the first step. Making sure people didn't think he was a doxer was the first step. Wanting to get revenge on Braving Ruin was a part of it. Wanting to go back after the alt-right is apparently a part of it. Taking care of Andy Worski is now apparently a part of it. Because, we've got to use that information to really teach Andy a lesson. Because I guess he didn't kiss the fucking ring. He didn't go out there and kiss the ring. Now, let's jump into this. This will be fun. This will be entertaining. Let me just pull up 2 sites here. I think you guys are going to like this. I think you're going to enjoy it. Now, if you remember what I said earlier about Kraut and T and how that worked, what did we find out about Kraut and T? Well, he wanted to put the information out so it was public, and then he could use it without looking like he was the one that put it out himself. If the information's already publicly available on Kiwi Farms, then he's not guilty of doxing or passing around information. His hands are clean. Now, even though Kraut didn't end up doing anything with the CRP info, he didn't do like a specific video, Sargon of Akkad did. He put up a CRP video using the information from Kiwi Farms. But do you think they ever did anything similar? I mean, do you think there's any instance or maybe something pointing to that maybe that happened somewhere else? God, I don't know. I don't know. Let me just pull up two sites here, and then I'll show you. I'll let you take a look, and you tell me what you think. Tell me if this strikes you as being similar to putting information up on a third-party site to maybe perhaps use it later. I don't know. Just imagine amazing music is playing right now, chat. I've got a great soundtrack on in the background. There's thumping and bumping beats. Okay, there we are. Now, right around the time that Sargon was going to do his Hello Jim stream. Actually, let me get this down. I want to do screen share on this. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be fun. Right around the time that Sargon was going to do his Hello Jim stream. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull that up so we can take a look at the date on that. Just to get all the ducks in a row. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right, so pull this up. All right, we're almost ready for the fun times. Window capture. That's gonna work. Yep, window capture is gonna work. So here's Sargon of Akkad's Hello Jim stream. Let me readjust that so you guys can get a better look here. There, pull that down a little bit. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so. Boomer Jim, what the fuck are you doing? It's the wrong button. There we are. So his stream goes up September 16th. Interestingly, over on Encyclopedia Dramatica, on September 14th and September 15th, my article is updated by a very large amount. Lots of stuff is put up there. You can see that it goes from 11,000 to 26,000. Somebody really updated that. What's that name there? Cobalt Cat. Okay. Well, Cobalt Cat, where have I heard that name before? Oh, yeah, that was a comment on another Sargon video. I wonder, what did he have to say on the other Sargon video? Let's take a look. Cobalt Cat. But I'm still curious as to why you gave out several of Jim's old shenanigans to Encyclopedia Dramatica, a website you stated you love, like his old videos such as, and there's a list of old videos here. I'm still curious, why did you give Encyclopedia Dramatica information about Jim? Huh. That name looks familiar. Cobalt Cat. Right before his stream. Yeah, September 14th, September 15th, September 16th. It seems like, I mean, it would almost seem like Sargon of Akkad gave information to Encyclopedia Dramatica so that it could appear publicly and that he might be able to use it on his stream. But for whatever reason, I guess, pussied out. Oh, God, that sounds familiar. Who else did something like that? Might it have been, I don't know, might it have been Kraut? By going to Kiwi Farms to do the same fucking thing? Deep lore. The deepest lore. But I'm sure it's just a coincidence, chat. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Obviously, noggins are a joggin'. It's just a group of people hanging out together in a Discord doing gay ops with each other. Just a complete and utter coincidence. You know, the more interesting thing is, and I wish I could have found it, but I'm pretty sure Cobalt up on Kiwi had said in either the Sargon thread or another one, I wonder why he never used the info. I wonder why he never used the info. Deepest lore. Deepest, darkest lore. Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. Well, chat, we've been having a fun evening. I think we've been having a good time, but there are some super chats, and I probably should read some of them. I probably, I probably should, I probably should read a few of them. Let me pull up some information. Where's my little super chats? Gets just pulling it up there. I see you, chat. You're talking about you're talking about some things. This Boomer Jim not knowing what's going on. There seem to be some salty people in chat. That's fine. I'm going to read some money comments now, because I'm buy my merchandise. I'm sad. Send the super berries over to Jim. Jim is sad. Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off here? Major Tom, hop off the Sweetens. Oh no, we've already read that one. Groovy Snake, quit screwing around, boss. Boss? Fox AI, Groomy Daddy. Akalos, the Soy Father Gas Jim, press F to pay respects, chat. Angela Ziegler, press Sweetie Squad if Jim is splitting Jade in half at the moment. Nick Pilers, hey Jim, what number is a Sargonism? What number is a Sargonism of just telling people that they're just wrong whenever he can't come up with a good counterpoint or argument? Trump Girl, let's do a GoFundMe for Jim to dox himself. $500,000 goal for the win. We pay $45 each. It's a lot of money when it's already been done. Joseph Harrison, error Jim, not found. Waxley Yarway, press F in chat. Kenshin 891, here's some shekels for my favorite potato nibber, Groomy Hard Dad. Punished Weeaboo Productions, shout out to the Bit Buddies. Mr. Fug, the absolute state of you, Jimbo, late and gay. Random number 9, Tucker Carlson is debating St. Uger. Rhapsody Man 2000 says 8 p.m. Eastern, scheduled 8:15 Central. People in chat don't realize the show doesn't start for another 30 minutes. Wow, you trolled us good. Miku Hatsune, honest question, I just turned 18 recently. Is smoking good? Should I try Groomy Jim? LOL. Hojo, keep dunking on skeptics like this and I might just give you the 5th star yet. Chucky Arla. Taco Stania, Nibba, get on with it. Alexian, later than Ralph, I take my grooming appointments very seriously. Mysterious Senior Hitler, RIP stream. Night Stalker Gaming, Jim, please pause my Juggalo Neghole. Spencer Callis, did you get jumped by some glowing CIA nogs? 1488. From Sam Hamill Hints, later than the second trimester abortion. The Substantial Beard, shout out to Sargon's wife for fulfilling his T-girl fantasies with a strap on. The Roger X3, thank you. Alexi Thyme, bravo Jim, trolling 11,000 people by making them wait to hear you troll others and getting paid for it. Kitchen's Ace, Jim is like my dad, he went out to go get cigarettes and never came back. Holy duck, skeptics need the bullet first. Megan Gubbs, only person who can have 11,000 people waiting. JM, did someone throw shitty diapers at Jim's computer? Saburan Durian, 843, you're pulling a Sargon and showing up late to the stream, aren't you, Jim? Nice. Spunky Platypus, all libertarians are pedos. Gray-haired snake, it was bound to happen. Here's a few bucks for a nice casket. Super Han, 0 viewers by the time Jim shows up. Lobster Noob, God told me through the Temple OS Oracle that you would be late, so I'm not worried, but I sense you're losing the audience. Look at the numbers. Sad. From Trev, fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore, Jim Jam. Shouterhead D, is Sargon running the audio? KO, dead to gunshot, this is now a memorial stream. Well, rip in peace, Jim. Barbecue Beers, Baby Marv, Sleeper Cell, activate. Max Hernandez, go look up Carlos Miguel. He's a Jedi. Well, it's good to know. NPC 8675309, and he was trolling. Trolls, I'm not trolling. Plantation Sensation, I bet you wear Old Navy shirts, don't you? Disgusting. All right. We're reading some things. Somebody in chat saying VDocs V, that's tragic. Tragic to hear, chat. Tragic to hear. Now, the majority of tomorrow, like I said, I split this up because I still have, it's all the Joakim stuff, the JF stuff, the Guardian stuff, the stuff that El Rachi dropped on the Guardian, like 3 other streams. And, I was going through all of this today, trying to line up sound clips with one another because they talk about things in different streams and trying to get that all to line up. And it is a major pain in the ass. I stayed on Ralph Retort at the kill stream last night way too long. That's my fault. So tomorrow will be the bigger stream. It'll have the art contest, much more information. We're going to finally be talking about David Shitrat. There's no way his luck can hold out. Compared to all the other shit that's been going on, there's no way. He would have to sacrifice a human being to be able to avoid being talked about tomorrow. He's out of people to throw under the bus. Our mastermind, Mr. $10,000 Piddle Pants, Autismo. There's no way he's going to dodge that. No way. Oh, but it wouldn't be appropriate for me to stop the stream, or get to the end of it without throwing out a little bit of bants. Maybe you're not aware, but Sargon's put up a couple of videos since, everything's been going on since the leaks came out. The first one was Mr. O'Shaughnessy has a meltdown in which he misspelled the last name. That's not surprising. I've seen his grades in school, so not surprising at all. But he had another one called Jim Loses the Audience. Let's take a quick look here. Yeah, there it is. Jim Loses the Audience up on Sargon's Thinkery channel. And I was thinking, God, he's right. I am losing the audience. I really have been so busy with everything going on for the last month. I haven't had a chance to put a video up. I mean, we're already on the 21st day of the month. And I've had no videos up this month. But Sargon on his channel, on his big main channel, he's put up like 8 videos. I mean, he knows how to retain that audience. I mean, look at the metrics there. Over the last 30 days, he's gained 5,200 subscribers. He knows how to hold on to an audience. And here's Jimbo, hasn't put up a single video. In the last 30 days, he's gained 7,900 subscribers. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Sargon. I'm confused. Are you telling me that you can be more successful than Sargon of Akkad on YouTube by putting in no effort? That if you just don't say anything, you can actually gain more subscribers in the same time period than Sargon of Akkad? That his shit is so fucking awful that if he were to stop releasing videos, he'd probably get more subscribers rather than less? No, that can't be it. Can't be it. Hurtful. Oh, shameful. What the fuck's going on there, buddy? That's a smug chuckle. You're right. That's a smuckle. I need to get a smuckle sound effect so I can play that in the background. Yeah, I'm sorry, Carl. Apparently, I can do better than you without even trying. It's okay. It's okay. I'll send you a copy of my book on finances, and I'll sign it for you. Give you a little something to look up to. Maybe you'll do better. Alrighty, chat. What a shit show this stream has been. Oh no, that's not what I want. Where are we going here? There we go. Okay. I'm going to read through the super chats now. Again, I don't want to do like a 5-hour stream tonight. And the art contest, I think, is going to take about 45 minutes to an hour because people sent in just a shit ton of Donga drawings. I think you guys are going to like it. People put in some real fucking effort. Like one person in particular drew something that I thought was pretty fucking amazing. It's got a little leprechaun in it, and it's like a trailer. I don't want to give it away too much, but personally, I think it's really, really fucking good. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll have David Shitrat tomorrow. We're going to look at the other 5 fucking leaks that happened tomorrow. We're going to start comparing more of the sound clips tomorrow. Lots of fun shit. And then that should finally be done with it for a while. I get back to fucking laughing at furries, shitting in diapers, and making fun of retards on DeviantArt. If this shit doesn't keep perpetuating itself every goddamn week. It's like a never-ending firestorm. It just fuels itself. A fire tornado going up to the fucking ceiling. That doesn't look right at all. How the fuck did that happen? Oh, I see how that happened. Let me fix that. Whatever. That's good enough. No, let's save that. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm going to thank you for everybody that showed up. Tomorrow the stream will be at 3 p.m. That's Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon. There won't be a delay. It'll be on time. And I've got a good amount of stuff ready for that. Hopefully it'll be more organized than this one. Hopefully there are no more DDoS attacks and deliveries at the door. Everything should go more according to plan tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to read the super chats. Thank you, everybody, for coming out for Sunday Funday. Be around for, I don't have a cute name for whatever Monday would be because it's an off day. Wasn't really planned on, but I think it's time we covered Shit Rat, and I don't want him to keep slipping through the cracks in that regard. Read up the super chats, but if you came for the stream, thank you for coming. You can stop now unless you donated, in which case you can stick around and I will answer these super chats and read them off. Otherwise, have a very good evening. I hope you had a great weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern for our Monday stream. And now it is time to collect the super berries. That's how this fucking works. Okay. I think we're refreshed on the list. From Julio Sanchez, God damn it, Cash Zen, these beats are motherfucking fresh. Foxman2248, when can we expect new videos in Deviants? I'm not sure. I've got two things lined up before that. One's in Internet Insanity. Another's kind of a special off-topic thing. So I don't know. But I do have shit that it's like a fucking backlog of stuff at this point. Rocket Insano, Sargon's Starship Troopers video is him saying I'm right and everyone else is wrong for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Most of it Arch reading stuff. What do you think of Arch? I don't know much about Arch Warhammer, and I didn't watch his Starship Troopers video, so I don't know what the hot takes in that were. Yobi Axe is the anti MGTOW. Donga mad. Donga suck kraut dong to find Jim Ducks and run over Jim with wheelchair. Not Kim Jong-un. Ultra Sargasm. Lord Rap of Rap Mountain. Shitrack has luck and not the luck of the Irish. Rocky Desert Flower. I miss so much. What's wrong with Sargon? Luke McIntyre. Seems there's a cabal of faggots conspiring against you. Still want to pay your reparations to my favorite black Israelite, Umbangu Utani. Ramson 46. R.I.P. Skeptics, let them burn. Anon, Jim, please accept my Steam friend request already. IT Web, it's just a coincidence. I'm so sleepy. From Prond, every time Jim does a drama stream, I'm like, here goes Jim feeding his spite again. And every time it ends, it's like, these people are fucking ridiculous fools. Does YouTube fame do this to everyone? It's built into it like an algorithm. I don't know what to tell you. It's been a really weird couple of months, though. Jay Can, do you think Sargoid's strategy is to be like the SJWs? Well, he does like Rules for Radicals by Alinsky. So maybe he's co-opting those strategies to use against people. He did try to pitch it to the alt-right. He told Millennial Woes that they needed to act like SJWs to build a white ethno-state. I'm not sure how that works. Mongolian Kids Cartoons. Jim, I love your show. Calico Works. Dear Jim, can you please give a friend a shout-out? Their name is Meryl, and they absolutely love your videos. It would make their week. Well, hopefully, Meryl, you are having a great time, and I'm glad you like the videos. Rexford Gillette. Play Black and Tans, it's another IRA song, and also here's some shekels from a fellow Patty. Perform Gay Ops in Hell, Skeptards, cue the Doom music. Oof Curator, the folder was of screenshots of people trying to dox you and others. It was given to you by Joachim for the IBS Apocalypse stream. Can you explain to me, if you had a folder of people trying to dox me, why it is that the person that apparently did dox me with even more precise information that you said that you were in contact with, why you're not willing to share that information? Seems a little weird. Metokur Fembot, Jowoken and Thomas say folder was evidence of dox and op. They tag on Twitter. Truth-seeking missile. Jim, have you ever had someone in public recognize your voice? Nope, I have not. Butte Mountain. So is Shitrat the one behind all the Kraut leaks? We don't know what Shitrat's master plan is. We can't fathom his intelligence, but he's up there. He's an entity to be fucked with. You've got to take it very carefully with him. People think Sargon's the stepfather. No, Shitrat is. Sargon's just the head capo. Shitrat's running the show. He's the big boy. Why YouTube? Why? Pint of Jameson and Sunday Funday. Please spray farts and skeptic mouse. Cougar Stable 73. Question is, what is David going to get covered in? Dares. Hey, unironically, me and my husband love you. We gay homie. You're the only one who keeps it real on this site. Keep fighting the good fight, man. Kaz 5166. Where's the money, shit rat? Sean Turner. So can we confirm that it wasn't Kraut and the whodunit to your channel? So much ops and no shutting Jim. They just leave Matt or a wild card. Interesting you bring up Matt because, once again, Matt finds himself, conversing with Kraut, conversing with these people in Discords. So does Short Fat Otaku. It's the same group. They're all back together again. They all talk to each other. I think this leaked call is representative of that. Now, Guardian was trying to say, well, there's screen caps out there that are fake. Yes, but this call is legitimate. These people are talking to each other. You can't doctor that up. The conversation was the conversation. Digger John, now we see why this took you so long. Holy shit. Cicada RX, Tommy C made a Twitter vid about you. Chances are he thinks you're a paranoid fragile ego guy. Check it out. Is he sober? Should I click the video? Is he going to be coherent? I don't know what's going on this time. Harold Droit, what the shart is wrong with these people? Catholic schoolgirls want to hang with them to restore their virginity. Lobster Noob, fucking beautiful. Andrew, with this all end playing out like the most autistic season of 24 with Jack Bauer discovering Shitrat as the mastermind to delay your stream on him. From Meme Machine, Jim, you cotton picker, my computer just made a loud pop noise and won't turn back on. Happened while watching this. Please support my new power supply on KickFundMe. I need your money, Jim. You owe me. From Kratom Pirate, NSA neo-Nazis are better than glow-in-the-dark CIA niggers. Rip Terry Davis. Prophet Mohammed, V equals Lago from Aladdin. Victor Phantasm, boss, this is for your cancer AIDS treatment. Lift my tail and pause my egg hole with your booty cooties. Yiff the gay away, defecate all over my fandom. Persecute the unworthy and weak. Bring back the trolls. From John, Jim, driving from Texas to Colorado tonight, listening to the shit show. Thanks for the entertainment. It's a simple formula that apparently only you and Ralph understand. What will you do when the internet runs out of spurgs? Impossible, there's a never-ending supply. Actually, just sheep. Where do you get all your info from? Also, have some bucks towards different music. Well, I probably should start getting different music to play. But, goddamn, that is a great remix of Blue's Clues. Ocean Redux, everyone take a fucking shot, don't be a pussy. Invidious Ignoramus, I'm starting to hope the boys in blue visit so I can stop hearing this Blue's Clues trash. Lord Akira, rumor has it Jim's new identity will be Timothy O'Shea, running an all-Asian board brothel on the outskirts of Las Vegas that doubles as a PMC that exclusively uses at-risk teenagers to become experts in cyber warfare and snipers in CSGO. Jessica Eustace, Persona 5, you'll never see it coming for your outro, please. From Electric Boogaloo V2, 10 out of 10, 10 songs. From C and Green, everyone against me is an evil piece of shit and I didn't do nothings. And that's from Kraut, what a narcissist. Wode Bra, Jim, your avatar looks an awful lot like an iconic photo of Michael Collins. Chucky Arlaw. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. From Tread Acne, the real Torgon Scornhammer. Jimbo, I'm better than you, Kasperian. I'm glad you paid me to use that shit meme. Thank you. Turd Rancher Brown, Jim, look up Marshall Mathers, the fourth someday. Apache Chief, having some time to ponder this. So, Construction Kraut now takes a hammer to his nuts instead of an axe. Is this an upgrade or a downgrade for his future MFC career? I'm not sure. I think once you take an axe to your penis, you really can't follow it up with many other power tools or tools in general. Sweetie Squad Gas Chamber Enthusiast, sorry if this is a bad time, but where's the video? Oh, I've just been in the center of an autism storm. It's kind of kept me distracted. Every time I get ready to do something, more crazy shit pops up. It's been quite the past 3 weeks. I'll give you that. I don't know. I'm hoping after Monday with the shit rat stream, the dog art contest, and the other things will finally have fucking settled down enough where I can just get back into the routine of doing my goddamn videos. That would be nice. Kara Pappas, I stopped paying attention to Tonka for a while. What made him turn into such a turd? Was there a specific point where he turned such a 180? I couldn't tell you. I don't pay attention to him that much. Nagisa Shiata? Animu Mafia, rise up, Nana, Nana Desu. Harold Droit, if you're ever working with something called the Anime Mafia, it's time to rethink your life immediately. From Jan Jerry, Spencer Smallwood loves Dark Souls 2. Quebec Anime Mafia, I want in on that. Do we put hits on our each other's waifus? Please explain the Anime Mafia to me, Jim. I will put together a little explainer, and I will pop that out that'll be part of the pre-stream tomorrow. I'll try to give you the deepest lore on the Anime Mafia. Matt Nero, Unkike the Right. Eddie S. Dawn and Donga really makes you think. Pete Parkin, Grooming Gang, Venus 1488. From Kampala, idea for next week's fan art, Applebee's waiter has to deal with an angry customer for not having a handicap ramp. Oof, that is pretty good, actually. I like that. Mike's Contest, Philly D touched my balloon knot. Alec Margison, you really should do Tales from the Trough. It's a quality show. Thank you, Pete. From Sarah H, I thought you were late because Jade had poisoned you again. Welcome back. Evil Deeds, Anime Mafia, Gang. Ninja Breadman, with how many people keep throwing themselves in front of Shitrat, might he be the once and future king of skeptic liberalists? I don't know. He's a usurper. He wants the throne. From Ozymandias, hey Jim, would like to have a yarn with you, mate? DM. You hit me up on Twitter. I should say, hit my good friend up on Twitter at Mr. Antibully. Marshmallow Duck 28. Hey Jim, I'm late. What are we talking about tonight? Just more gay autism on the internet. The Doctor. Are you ever going to do more X-Files videos? Not planning on it right now. From Harold Droid again. You're the most base 60-something stock investor in the internet. Thank you. From Sus, I'll buy you dinner in Maplewood. No joke. Thank you for the offer. Herp Laza, if you won the $1.6 billion lottery, what would you do with it? Would you give Soigo Masad a $1 million Applebee's gift card? If I won the $1.6 billion lottery, I would build an Applebee's in his hometown just so he had to drive by it. Because I don't think, Applebee's, they have locations all over the place, but it's not really a European thing. But just so he has one there, so the joke never stops being funny. From Mark Mann, would you fuck a gondola? No, I don't think so. Otaku Bullfrog, Billy the Anti-Bully versus Billy the Fridge, when? Don't see it happening. The Raging Post Cannon, who wins in a fight, alt-right, NSA spies, or glow-in-the-dark CIA Kangs? That's I don't know. That's a tough call, to be honest with you. MX5, if Jim were the Führer, we would have won World War II. Mark Mann, which mombot would you fug? I probably wouldn't be fucking any bots. Paul S., thank you. For posterity, Call of Spurgery, gay ops. Troy Growler, have you been in the wheelchair threesome where Tonka gets DP'd by Hot Wheels and Ricky Berwick? It's some hot stuff. Son of Tiamat, Sargon and Kraut just can't help themselves. They keep doing stupid shit over and over and expecting different results. Definition of internet insanity. Rules for liberalist radicals. From Overseer USA, Russian bots, Iranian hackers, and an NSA Nazi are causing all these internet shenanigans. Oh my stars and boulders, the left didn't do nothing. From Apache Chief, Kraut coming up on the discussion and on stream in April, Mayish. Area makes sense after this super secret chat. Morbidly Obese Gaming, Dick Justice strikes again. From Andrew K, I'm here for the gangbang. Welcome. Andrew, could Kraut's pathetic dox job actually be autistic 40 chess move to prove that he's too inept to have a real doxing server, thus clearing his good name through cancerous stupidity? My thing with Kraut, the main issue I took with it was the gay ops, which he's apparently still involved in. Like the majority of the videos were dedicated to the just idea of gay ops. It's this idea of getting together in a Discord to plot your revenge on somebody on the internet. It's just really fucking retarded. And I don't understand why all these groups of people keep doing it. And it's not just Kraut. At this point, everybody's doing it. You got Discords all over the place. All these people are running back and forth like double agents. It's like it's the world's biggest LARP. It's like all these people missed their childhood, never got to play pretend, You know, where they ran around with the fucking cape on and thought they were Superman? So this is their opportunity. They're doing that on the internet with each other, seeing if they can outmaneuver each other in their never-ending 42D chess game. I don't get it. I really don't. Producer Chris, did you get doxxed? Yes, I did. The Evil Dead anime. Oh, well, we already read that one. Will Harrison must be the glow-in-the-dark agents our boy Terry was warning us about. Steve Bannon, Jim will never be as cool as Soygon of Applebee's. Ocean Redux, wow, just fucking wow, I have no words for this. Sword and Scales, I'll give you $50 for a hat. Oh, forget the hat, here's $50, or 50 shekels. Thank you. Gendo Akari, NSA, what the fuck? Senpai Tram, if I ever hear Kraut and Discord in the same sentence ever again, I'm going to blow my fucking brains out. From Ratboy Jim, how do I convert super berries to coach coins? It's an arduous task, and I couldn't even really help you with that. It's not something I've ever attempted. From Dean Skig, Jimothy, stop being a puss and fight Donga in real life. Vincent Ross, yo Niger, when are you going to do another Liquored Up and Live? I love the frequency of your new content. Much love, faggot. Thank you. Wesley Allen, still haven't received an email as to why my account is gone either. From Skullfucker, Jim loves chat and chat loves Jim. Pax Americana, hey Mr. O'Shaughnessy, do you think the skeptics are subversives or just actually this stupid? I personally think it's the former. I don't know if it's the political motivation, but it's gay ops. It's internet celebrities doing gay ops on each other. I don't fucking understand it. Just, why are you, it's YouTube. You make YouTube videos. What are you people doing? It's fucking YouTube videos. Nobody cares. You're putting way too much effort into this. Just make YouTube videos. Or do a fucking stream. It's this fucking cloak and dagger shit that's been going on for a year. From Wesley Allen, my main account disappeared last Friday. I don't say anything awful on comments or have any copyrighted stuff on my channel. Just my old band's music. Did someone report me? I'm not sure. A lot of people seemingly getting their accounts struck down for bizarre reasons lately, so I couldn't really tell you what's going on with that. 1999, coming time. The realest nigga. Donga no like butt smoke. From Sinak 8. Oh, can I ask you a question about education? I will send another super chat tomorrow with details about shit I want to ask you. Apparently there's one before this, so I'll take a look. Sword and Scale. Jim, why won't you stay doxxed? LOL. Greepy Hole. I assume Sargon doesn't like you hurting his boyfriend Caro the Wolf's reputation. You need to be stopped. Reality check. CRP was right. Kraut is faking his accent. Let me refresh here and get a little down. From Slamurai Jam Down. Hey Jim, heard you top video list and there were lots of JRPGs. Can you recommend more JRPG goodness? I'll tell you what. I will make a list and I will put it up on Twitter, and then you can see how shit my taste in video games is, and you will never ask my opinion again because it is horrendous. But I'll put that up tonight for you. I'm sorry, not my Twitter. On my good friend's Twitter, Mr. Anti-Bully. Baldur the Lascivious. Watching you trash with NPCs, then seeing them sprig out is literally the greatest. Please keep it coming, you glorious motherfucker. Nax300. V became pathetic and Sargon an idiot. Putting out weak videos to attack the Sweetie Squad, just shameful. Lady Thorn. Ideas for feature film, The Usual Skeptics. Starring Kraut as Keaton, Daddy Jim as Detective Kujin, and Shitrat as Kaiser of the 24/7 Ops Soze. From Pete Parkin. I can't pronounce that, but is better than Blue's Clues. Trap is for white nogs. Solaire, try watching Kaji. I genuinely think you'll like it. It's about a guy who owes money to the Yakuza and has to gamble to avoid getting Guantanamo'd. I'll take a look. Flamenco Zero. Theory, Kraut is enough of a sexual degenerate that gets off the constant humiliation. That's why he wants to stay gone. That's why he just won't stay gone and wants to keep leaking. It's a possibility he might be a glutton for punishment. From Nishan Fernando. This reminds me of a Gamergate, except now you are uncovering unethical behavior in the new incestuous group, aka the Skeptics. It's like poetry. It rhymes. From Yul Brenner. Am I being deplaned? Also, frick yeah. Blue's Clues. Vinny Volts. Isn't it funny how the people from Gamergate wanted ethics in journalism? Couldn't even do ethics in YouTube. Hashtag punish Jim. Doing God's work. From Blackslide Dan. You need to bait Sargon into debating Mike Enoch finally in order to repair his credibility. I don't think those two are ever going to debate. From Mr. Pingus Power. So did you get doxxed or not? Oh, totally doxxed. I got helicopters outside my window. From Herp Loza. Rip Boogie 1488. Rip in a sea of Oreos and Mountain Dew. Let's see, the Orange Cow. I'm going to send you some DSP brand undergarments off of his merchandise site. Wear it while you stream and think of me. From David Blakes. Hey, Jim, why do you continue to support a site that is openly hostile towards you and will likely ban you soon? Time to seek alternatives like Minds. Well, yeah, the days of YouTube are changing, but you roll with the times. There are other alternatives that are out there that are seemingly growing up pretty well. BitChute, I guess Minds would be one. I would have said was it VidMe, but they went under. It's like every time one starts to get some momentum behind it, payment processor steps in and makes it almost impossible for them to continue as a business. From Kamazar Hughes, Arch is a Norwegian who made a sentry gun that killed Bugs Bunny. Pharaoh Owen, I've noticed many of my favorite entertaining streamers watched wrestling. Do you feel like wrestling influenced you in any way? The bants, the drama, etc. I don't know. I mean, I watched wrestling when I was a kid. I watched some WCW when I was a teenager, and then I kind of stopped. I haven't really kept up with it. I don't even know. I probably couldn't really even name many people from it currently that are like the big stars. From Andrew Go 67, Jim, start Fedora Tribe Halabanga. M, forgot to mention, pronounce mediocre Monday. Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. Sneaks O'Reilly, rub these super berries in your dox wound and feel better. From the Roger X3, look my Sargon animation, Sargon of Swindon. You'll laugh, you win. Good luck, have fun. From him again, very obviously call it, okay, see, mediocre Monday or Metokur Monday. I could go for that. Somebody else with a different suggestion, Sibba Hill. Tomorrow is going to be a Monday massacre. Rocket and Sado, Metocast Mondays. From Julio Sanchez. God damn it. Cash Zen, these beats are... Okay, wait, that we have read. Why is this freezing up on me? Hopefully the stream is coming through properly. From 405th Drop, Shock Trooper 15. Here's some Monopoly money for wrecking Soygon. Rocket and Sado, alternative Plexstorm when? Sorry to ask. Well, Plexstorm would be really ideal for streaming anything that's not allowable on a site like YouTube, because they've got a pretty strict toss when it comes to putting up certain things. I don't think Plexstorm would really care. I think they have a very bare bones approach, from what I hear, to the kind of content they'll let you put up, like the restrictions. I mean, so I mean you can talk about a lot of shit on Plexstorm that you probably couldn't talk about on YouTube, and you can show things on Plexstorm that you probably couldn't show on YouTube, including tits. From Octurius Prime, Sargon in chat, he's very disappointed. Well, I will live with the disappointment. Herpaloza, have you ever wondered what happened to Spax 5? No, I have not. Patrick Turner, would you say that Sargon may in fact be the most complex NPC ever created? No, I don't think I would. I do not think I would. Somebody in normal regular chat here saying what's Storm Plexstorm. Plexstorm is a site that's basically like a cam whore site. It's like a sex site, but they let other people on to do other shit. At least that's my understanding. So if you wanted to use Plexstorm, you don't have to be like a cam whore. You could go on and do gaming streams or fucking cooking streams. It's like Twitch with tits, or at least that's I think what they're trying to market themselves as. But I don't know how that's going to work out for people that want to try to use it as an alternative. Every time, like I said, every time one rises up, eventually processors and financial institutions find some reason to pull support, whether that be at the level of something like Stripe or at a bigger company like a PayPal or even a bank level or even a credit card level. Cynic in Chief, what about streaming on Live or D Live? I don't know. Well, I'll find an alternative, a secondary one to go on. All right. For some reason, this is freezing up on me. If I missed your super chat, I will read it tomorrow. I promise you. Again, it will be at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. We have the Donga art contest, so if you want to come in, make sure to vote. I'm going to be putting them up as batches of, let's say, 6. So there'll be 6 images. You vote on the one you like most. That moves on to the next round. and we'll just cycle through that. It should take no more than 7 rounds before we get our top finalists, our top cream of the crop guys. Because again, a lot of people submitted art, and some of the art is really, really good. So that'll be fun. David Shitrat tomorrow. More audio leaks. More autistic spurgery on Twitter. It's just good times. Oh, and also I put up a poll on Twitter asking, should I make a video series on the skeptics? Overwhelmingly yes, they said. So I'm going to be doing that. So going forward, I'm going to be doing a skeptic video series, because why wouldn't you? You've got one dude that split his cock in half with a fucking axe. You've got another guy that drives an Uber and hunts for boulders. You got another dude that likes to eat shit out of people's asses. Yeah, one dude's a fucking Applebee's waiter in an ill-fitting suit. It's begging to be done. So a skeptic video series is coming. Should be good. Stream will be tomorrow. If I missed your chat, I will read it tomorrow. You can, I'll double check. I feel like it's glitching out on me and I'm missing a segment, but I don't know where to find it. Okay. All right. Have a good evening, people. Hope you had a good weekend. I will see you tomorrow for, pick the name you want. Metacast Monday, Massacre Monday, Mediocre Monday. It's really up to you. But that will be tomorrow. And again, any artists out there, the art contest will be tomorrow. We'll do the voting on that, and you will get your reward then. So hopefully it works out and you win. There's a lot of talented people put stuff out. All right. Have a good weekend, everyone. Have a good night.